What's the common thing between Marissa and Raisin? Both are penultimate bosses in their respective games, became main characters afterwards. How about we go a little bit further then? Let's add a little someone. What about Marissa, Raisin and Yukari? That's a bit harder now, isn't it? And yet, it's not that hard to figure out. All of them started with purple as their main color scheme, with Marissa being all purple in the PC98 games then turning black in the Windows era, Raisin wearing black with some weird shades of purple that ended up being changed to a pure white shirt, and Yukari being literally herself, fully purple and then showing off a white dress with a purple tabard afterwards. The question now is, why were those design changes made? One could simply argue that this is a clothing choice, but it has to have some deeper meaning, right? How about we look at what the color purple means first? This will surely give us some insight. Being a color that's rarely available in nature, only seen on a couple of flowers, people see purple as a sacred color, something that is considered delicate and precious and must be conserved. It also has an aura of mystery as it is linked to royalty, higher planes of existence, fulfillment, and vitality. Going back to our previously mentioned characters, if you look at their original designs, you can see that they are completely covered in purple from head to toe, and that the newer designs made this thing lighter or made it disappear altogether. That's because dark purple is often associated with gloomy people, or an innate feeling of sadness and frustration. On top of that, wearing too much purple can show feelings like irritability, impatience, and arrogance, traits that can be found in the PC98 Marissa, but also Yukari, showing to be rather provocative at some points, although this probably has more to do with the play on words that her name is. That on top of the fact that purple robes used to show authority and high rank, something that Yukari definitely is in the universe of Touhou. Not only that, but some characters like Raisin and Patchouli have shown to be rather aggressive the first time you meet them, and it's also the case for some characters like Atate and Medicine. Some other characters who only have their hair purple also share those traits, for example Rikako and Kanako being haughty and looking down on others. All of that is well and good, but what about the characters that aren't all that aggressive, yet still display purple in their design? For example, Benben and Yatsuhashi. These are special indeed, not because they are exceptions, but because purple has a very different meaning depending on what shade you are using. Light purple, or the lavender shade, is considered to be a refined color, associated with wealthy and elegant women. In general, it shows the uniqueness of a person and romantic feelings. See? I told you they were special. Going back to Benben and Yatsuhashi, it's perfectly normal for them to exhibit those colors, as at the time of double dealing character, they had just become Tsukumogami and became themselves, unique from the rest. Same goes with Shinyomaru being an inchling princess. She's definitely special when compared to others. In another way, simple touches of purple can also show their powerlessness, which would fit them as they are seen as tools during the events of their game. In fact, you can apply those criteria to pretty much all characters with purple attributes or hair. Satori? She has light purple hair because of her ability to read people's minds, which pushes them away, a trait special to her at Koishi not closed a third eye. Sagume? She wears deep purple clothing because of her authority as a goddess of the moon and her more than unusual ability. And now I know what you're going to say. What about REIMU and her purple hair in the PC98 games? On the covers of those games, she has dark purple and then almost rose-tinted hair, but in game, she's always shown as having both dark and light purple hair. This probably has something to do with the color restrictions of the PC98 more than anything, as it could only display 16 simultaneous colors for most models, with only the latest models going up to 256 colors. That can also explain why, other than Marissa being an antagonist at first, she turned from purple to black, as black was mainly used for shading on the PC98 due to the limited color palette. In fact, you can even see Zun replacing the purple hair and costume in Seiho, way before Embodiment of Scarlet Devil was even released, so that's definitely a possibility. Of course, there may be other reasons as to why these characters have or had purple as their main color, but I hope that you've been able to learn a bit more about why some have changed their clothes over time. For now though, I believe that will be all for me. I'll see you next time everyone, and in the meantime, be sure to stay safe and sound.